Hi everybody, this is Jake from Jake Sports Takes with your Bucs Take of the day. All I can say about that game against the 49ers is oof. That's the best way I can describe that game yesterday, with the Bucs losing 23-20 on that Jake Moody game-winning field goal for the 49ers at the end yesterday afternoon. This was definitely a tough loss again for the Bucs yesterday afternoon. The defense, that was just very hard to watch at the very end. It was very tough for that defense without Tyke Smith, Zion McCollum, and Jamel Dean all not in there. I thought all three of those guys not being in there were huge blows for the Buccaneers at the end yesterday. And also seeing Tristan Wirfs go down on the offensive line on offense was definitely not a good thing to see. But I am very encouraged that he's going to be back in a couple of weeks, and that at least is a positive looking forward and ahead for the Bucs. I think the offense, considering all the circumstances with Evans and Godwin being out, I think they still had a pretty efficient day. I think Baker Mayfield, he had a great play on that 4th and 7 play with Nick Bosa trying to stiff arm him and everything, and yet he still completed that pass. In my opinion, that was absolute perfection of a throw, and I think he nailed it on that play. That was one of Baker's best throws of the season, in my opinion. And hopefully that will transition into having great plays ahead coming up in the second half after the bye. But my observation for the Buccaneers entering the bye week at 4-6 is not the best, but also not the worst, in my opinion. I really think, even though they're at 4-6, I look at that schedule for the Bucs coming up, and I think to feel optimistic ahead, I really think that this team could still be a playoff team. I don't know if they're going to be able to find a way to win the division. They're going to need a lot of help in the NFL ahead. Especially we need the Falcons to lose a few games ahead down the stretch of the season, which could happen. I'm not saying it's 100% the division being locked up is not done for the Bucs, but it's going to be a tough road to get the NFC South division title. They're going to need a lot of things to go their way. I'm not saying it's closed 100%. I still think there's a tiny percent chance still. But the Bucs really needed to get together. They need to come together as a group over this bye week. They just need to heal up, rest up, get healthy. And I think that this bye could be monumental for their second half resurgence this year. And I really think that this bye week is pivotal for the Buccaneers season, because I look at that schedule and I feel like this team is still a contender. I still think they're a playoff team. Everything is in front of them for this team. Everything's in front of them. They got the schedule to do it. The players need to be better, and Todd Bowles needs to instill that in them. I think this is a big stretch for Todd Bowles as a coach, and he needs to show it in the second half of the season for me. And that's going to be a big inflection point for the Bucs turning it around here in the second half after the bye week. This is Jake from Jake Sports Takes with your Bucs Take of the day.